Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome, everyone. I'm pretty sure we got a lot of burbs in here, so welcome every burb nest member. You, depending on how many viewers we're gonna get tonight, if we get a lot of viewers and the chat is gonna be full of shouting requests, obviously the members of the burb nest have priority over the non-members. So if you can't get your shouting request done, you can tag me in the Nest Club or send me a DM on Twitter or Discord. Best would probably be to tag me in the Nest Club to get it sorted. That way I would actually know that you are a Nest Club member. Alright, so is the sound and quality of the video good? If so, we are going to start shortly. I will run a little, let's see. Can I answer a question quickly here? Right, so we have a lot of very interesting stuff going in the market. Basically, first of all, I want to talk about gold and silver. I mean, this is a crypto live, but I mean, trading is trading. You should be trading all markets that fits your trading style and your technical analysis style, you know. And on Prime XPT, you can trade crypto and the legacy markets, and I highly recommend you guys try out the legacy market if you haven't done already. All right, so if you're only trading crypto, if you're a technical analyst and only trading crypto, you're missing out of a lot of nice setups. Look at this one, for example. This is a 5R setup on silver that I'm most likely, I'm pretty sure we're gonna hit these highs right here. Looking at gold, this is just a very clear setup too to reach the highest up here. It's a 4.5R trade. These types of trade are not that hard to find in the forex markets, honestly. So if you're interested in that, check out Prime XPT. You can use the link in the description below for a reduction in fees. And listen, if you use the promo code LIBS42 bonus, you will get a 50% increase on your first deposit. God damn it, I think I have the wrong bonus code in the description, but it should be LIBS42 bonus, not LIBS42. I'm just gonna write that in the chat. So what happens is you're gonna get a free, basically they're gonna give you a 50% increase on your first deposit. You can use that to trade. You cannot withdraw the amount, obviously, but you can use it to trade and withdraw the trading wins, right? And guys, don't forget to smash that like button. It's gonna help me a lot to help the channel grow. And yeah. There you go. I think it's let's see. Is it one? I think it's 0.01 BTC. Actually, I can check that for you. Just give me a quick minute. Let me check that for you. I should absolutely know this already, obviously. I don't think it's 1 BTC, I think it's 0.1 BTC. Or is it even 1 BTC? God damn it. Well, this is embarrassing. I forgot if it's 1 BTC or 0.1 BTC. It should be if I can actually get the... Give me a minute and I will see if I can actually find, before we get into the actual live trading. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to shell an exchange, and I forgot the most important part. So that's a bit embarrassing, but I have that info for you shortly. All right, so we're gonna talk about altcoins, and we're gonna talk about the very possible. Well, no, it's not possible alt season. It is alt season. I mean, look at the gains across the markets, right? It's pretty crazy. So first of all, we have to take a look at Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm thinking it should be more than 0.1 BTC. We'll see. I mean, actually, what it is, it's like added margin, really. So let's start off by taking a look at Bitcoin here. So right now, what I'm seeing for Bitcoin right here is sorry guys, I'm getting some messages here I have to take care of. Right, so Bitcoin on the weekly obviously looking very, very bullish, very strong. And if you have any short-term questions or any questions at all, just feel free to ask me in the chat and I'll take care of them for you. So the weekly for Bitcoin, obviously we're not approaching, but we are at high time frame resistance here, confluent with the upper part of the RLC being the 0.786 Fibonacci level, right? We have the 618 down here. Absolutely, we'll take a look at that. So we got the 618 here. Very important level. You know what? I feel like, do you guys even want me to take a look at Bitcoin? I feel like, you know, fuck Bitcoin. All we should take a look at right now is Bitcoin on the lower time frames and altcoins. So I'm not going to waste any time looking at Bitcoin on the high time frames. Let's just dive down into what's important here. And what's important right now is the simple question: is Bitcoin going to dump, or is Bitcoin going to pump? Or the third alternative, is Bitcoin going to range? And if that's the case, if Bitcoin is going to range, we're most likely going to see a continuation of the current altcoin pumps or altcoin trends that we are seeing. And right now I'm thinking we are seeing Bitcoin is still above range EQ on the lower time frame range right here. I think the range low is confluent with this high time frame area, confluent with the 618, the high time frame weekly level that we broke above, that pretty much started the bull market, right? And so what I'm thinking is, when you have a range like this, either you trade the breakout of range high or the breakdown of range low, right? But in this case, I think range low is way stronger as support than what range high is as resistance, right? And you don't have any strong resistance area above range high, but you have some very, very strong support levels below range low, which makes me feel that I'm not going to trade a breakout of range low, but I'm definitely going to trade a breakout of range high. If you want to trade the inside this actual range, what I'm not trying to trade Bitcoin inside this range, because I know personally that I'm not making the best trading decisions on Bitcoin when it's ranging like this. Just like when Bitcoin were ranging in inside this range down here, I made way more money when Bitcoin is either going, you know, trending down or trending up. Obviously that's probably normal for most people, but I've learned from my mistakes, and I need to be very, very careful when Bitcoin is ranging. The best trade for Bitcoin is when you're breaking out of the range, and when you're trending, sorry, or basically breaking above important levels and retesting. That's just simple trades for Bitcoin. So what am I thinking right now for a possible trade for Bitcoin? Well, on a high time frames, I'm actually I have bids all the way down to 10k, right? With invalidation level being these lows, range EQ of the previous range. So I'm thinking a move down to previous range high is absolutely not impossible. And looking at the weekly chart right here, we have a very, very clear level that I think might very well be retested. And I've tweeted about this today, and I feel like I need to really repeat myself here. A rounded retest on the area between 10k and 10.5k is very, very likely on the higher time frames. However, it's very likely on the high time frames, and I would not look at that move as bearish at all, right? But altcoins, on the other hand, will definitely suffer quite a bit if that happens, right? So if we are going to get a retrace and retest down to 10k, the area between 10k and 10.5k, alts will most likely suffer, right? So all the gains you're seeing right now, you're seeing waves is popping off, right? And you're seeing RVN doing some crazy shit. Yeah, these kinds of move are most likely over with. Let's take a look at Algo. I mean, this beauty of a trade. We are still in Algo. I have not taken, god damn, look at this, look at this. We are now up almost 90% from entry down here. A 15-hour trade. If you followed my instruction and did not exit, you should have 25% still open on this trade. And if you follow the alternative setup, let's see. So this is the alternative setup that I gave you guys in the bird nest, right? And if you're watching this and you're not a member of the bird nest, go check it out, guys. You really need to check it out. Check the link in the description. Go to birdnest.com. You can join for 7 days free, and this is probably the best time to try that out because the gains are quite massive, quite massive. Right, so this is the secondary alternative trade, which should now be at TP3, and this is a moon bag. Should have 25% of your position open for a move up towards 8k, no 8k, which is a 2x from these levels, right? So pretty crazy price action from Algo. We're gonna take a closer look at Algo later in the stream to see where we're gonna place our stop loss, because like I've explained in the calls setup, you should have 25% of your position still open, and you should trail your stop up using a manual stop, right? And usually what you do in that case is you put your stop below every new swing low on the 4-hour, right? But with a move like this, I'm thinking it might be a good idea to put it below the swing low on the hourly. So we're gonna take a look at Algo. I'm making a list here with coins we're gonna take a look at tonight. We got Algo, we got ERD, we have what else do we have? SXP, Waves, We're gonna take a look at SIL. We're gonna take a look at BAT. Anything else you want to take a look at, just give me a shout out and I'll take a look at it. RBN, we're gonna take a look at 0x. What else do we need to take a look at? We take a look at yeah, whatever looks interesting, right? All right, so let's start off by taking a look at 0x ARPA. We got ARPA, NWC. Alright, so that's quite a long list. We'll see if we can cover it all. I'm probably gonna be able to cover it all. Actually, let's actually start off by taking a look at Algo. Alright, so going crazy, going absolutely insane. What we need to take a look at right here is god damn, potential. Let's see how my algo trade is looking right now. Should have a algo. Where's algo? All right, so I have a I have a trailing take profit activated on 3 commas for algo. Yeah, this one is just crazy, right? I got 25% of my position still open, and I have a 5% trailing take profit, which means that my take profit order is 5% below the current price. So if algo dumps 5%, I will get out of this position. Is that a good idea? Probably not, but I'm up such a big amount, I might as well let it run. But honestly, I think this one has more room to go. I'm actually gonna remove the trailing take profit on this one, and I want to might have to put in a stop loss here instead below these lows right here. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean that makes sense, right? It might actually get hit if I don't do anything soon. Well, fuck, I think it actually got hit right there. Did it? Let's see. First, I gotta edit this one. Gonna remove the last take profit. Yep. And I'm going to move my stop loss to 5196. Alright, so my stop loss is now at the 5196 for algo. And I'm gonna take a closer look at the 1 hour here, and alright, so this is kind of like a swing low on the hourly. On the 4 hour, this is really the swing low you would be looking at, but yeah, I think it's actually time for algo to retrace here, right? So yeah, exactly. Libs for the 2 bonus is the promo code for Atom. We're gonna take a look at Atom too. So I'm gonna update you guys in the next club later with this one. I'm gonna upload a post on this one, but I'm thinking, yeah, so this is gonna be my, well, fuck, it's right on support. That's a problem, obviously, because the stop loss shouldn't be right on this support. I mean, these highs right here, very likely that we are going to get a retrace because we are at high time frame resistance, which is this area, right? And with that being high time frame resistance, it's very likely that we are going to get a retrace, and if we get a bounce, we are likely going to get a bounce here or down here, right? So what I'm doing is I'm putting my stop loss right on support, which is never a good idea, right? Never a good idea to put your stop loss right on support. But I just have that feeling that, I mean, this isn't going to continue forever. It's going to, now do I want my stop loss below that support? That's going to be a, basically I'm going to lose 15% of my profits, but I mean, it's only 25% of the position, so I've already taken 75% profit, so a very profitable trade still, even with losing 15% on the last 25. And it's very, very important, guys, to let your winners run. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to see if I can move my stop loss to this level instead. We're gonna go down into the hourly to actually look at these highs back here to see if it makes sense, right? So this was the high here, right? And you can kind of see how it got rejected by resistance. It got rejected by resistance right here. And we kind of formed another low time frame level around this area, right? So where should algo bounce? I mean, if it's going to bounce at this high, it's going to be a strong momentum move to the upside, right? So we're looking at yeah, I'm gonna be greedy here, but also follow my principle of letting my winners run. Basically, what this is a moon bag. The idea here is to hold this one for the long term, right? I want to hold this one for the long term because it's a moon bag. That's what you do with a moon bag, right? And what's going to be the target for a moon bag? Well, obviously that's going to be the moon, right? But what I'm looking for is when exiting the moon bag, you want to see signs of a market reversal, right? This is the beginning of a high time frame market reversal to the upside. Algo has been trading below this area for a very long time. What you're seeing right now is a high time frame potential move to the upside. So what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm gonna remove my stop loss. You see how that works? Like the beginning of this analysis on algo, I wanted to put I first had a trailing take profit on 5% that almost got hit live. I then want to put my stop loss here. I zoomed out and noticed that that level was support, so I want to put my stop loss below support. I zoomed out again on the high time frames and I saw that this is just too good not to let it run. So it's very important to, as a technical analyst and a trader, you need to really adjust your bias to what the chart is telling you, right? So the more stuff that you see supporting one side of the argument, you have to take that side if enough confluence point to that in that direction, and if those confluences support your trading rules, right? And I'm definitely thinking that I've taken good profits on algo already, and I mean, if this is really truly the new market cycle for altcoins, we might take out some crazy levels. I mean, we could even trade as high as up here, right? I mean, not impossible in a couple of months. I mean, 6 months, stuff like that. I mean, it's worth keeping your moon bag as a long-term bag. All right, so that's algo. I'm gonna post a call, and not a call, but an update in the official call channel with potential levels where you could put your stop loss. But now you know that I actually don't even have a stop loss for this one. I'm glad with my profits that I've taken. I'm gonna let it run. All right, so that's algo. Now let's take a look at what else. We need to take a look at SIL. Goddamn SIL. You mother. I mean, honestly, guys, like, I feel like an idiot because, well, you know, the thing is, like, when I posted this call, the market was just looking extremely bullish, right? And every breakout was basically for buying. Every low time frame breakout and low time frame, you could really go off. I'm usually going off 4-hour open and closes in, because I'm used to the bear market, right? So I've learned to trade in the bear market. So my trading style and my trading methodology and strategies are based on a bear market. And in a bear market, you wait for higher confirmations, right? Because in a bear market, there's going to be less setups, and the setups are going to be way riskier, and it's much more riskier buying a breakout in a bear market than in a bull market. Because in a bull market, FOMOing in on a breakout is actually not a stupid idea, right? Because in a bull market, when something breaks a level and it's looking very bullish, the chances are that it's going to continue to the upside. In a bear market, however, when something breaks out, the likelihood of that breakout being a fake out is very high. So in a bear market, I used to wait for 4-hour open and closes, but this trade was just based on a 1-hour open and close, right? So we had a 1-hour open and close. I posted the trade, and what happened afterwards was BTC dumped. And you know what happened when BTC dumped? Any setup that you have on altcoins is just going to be gone, right? But I've noticed something very interesting here, right? We have the RLC measures from this low to this high. This is the reason why I've stayed in this trade, and this is the reason why I've time and time again told you guys to be patient with setups like this one, because you have still a bullish market structure. You are bouncing inside the RLC. You haven't lost the RLC again, and look what's happening here. A potential rounded bottom with resistance getting hit over and over again. To me, this looks like a breakout waiting to happen, right? And the next breakout might not be a fake out, right? Because we are again in a strong bull market, and we already had a couple of fake outs. You know, next one, hopefully it's not going to be a fake out. So that's what I'm watching on SIL. Still in this one, still have my levels as discussed in the trade, the call setups. So call details, this is as it should be. And I had some comments in the Nest Club, people saying that they're in SIL and yeah. So the bonus for Prime XPT is 1 BTC, obviously, because like you guys said, 0.1 BTC is not gonna cut it, right? All right, so yeah, I've got BAT on the list. I got BAT on the list, and I will take a look at BAT. Absolutely, BAT is gonna be the last one. Not the last one. It's gonna be the next one. So I'm just gonna cross SIL off the list. I'm feeling old-fashioned here. I'm gonna get pen and paper. Like, who uses a pen and paper for their coin watch list? Well, I do, because, well, honestly, the truth is, I I can't write for shit, so I'm just trying to learn to write better, obviously, like honestly. I know it's embarrassing, but I mean, yeah. So still, we're gonna take a look at, well, yeah, BTC dominance. But I mean, lately BTC dominance is so yeah, I don't think you missed a lot. Well, maybe you did. We have been, holy shit, we'll already be streaming for 30 minutes. That's crazy, guys. I need to talk less and do more analysis. All right. How many trades do you have open at the same time minimum in case all your stop loss are hit? How much percentage of your portfolio would you lose? Well, right now I'm pretty fucking heavy in crypto. I mean, I'm way too risky. Like, I'm way too deep in Altseason mania, euphoria, whatever you want to call it. But honestly, let's see. How many positions am I in right now? Algo, Sailbat, Link, XTC, Waves. Wait a minute, no. Waves, actually sold Waves. Hopefully I sold the top. Did I sold the top on Waves? Let's see. Well, maybe I FOMO bought Waves. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, when you have a breakout, there's no shame in trying to buy it when you're in the alt season, right? So how much did I do on Waves? Well, I think 50% or something like that. So Waves I've exited Waves recently. Link, I'm in a Link. I was in a Link BTC trade, but it seems like I've exited that one too with a trailing stop. God damn it. So I've added trailing stops yesterday because I got scared of Bitcoin potentially dumping, but looks like I made a shitty decision to exit Link, honestly. Where did I exit Link? Let's see. Where did I exit Link? That's weird, I can't see it. No, I'm actually not in Link BTC. I'm only in a Link USDT trade. Let's see. And I have my trailing take profit activated on this one. It's 5%. So whenever Link drops 5%, I will exit this one. And yeah, because I feel like, I mean, honestly, I feel like Link, I mean, what the fuck is this, right? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, what like Link should be retracing soon, right? You should see a retrace. It's just absolutely crazy. So I feel okay exiting this one. I mean, it's a quite big trade. I mean, I've entered down at 12. I mean, 50%. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's quite a big position. FOMO trade too. I basically FOMO'd in on this one because alt season, right? So yeah, I to answer your question, I'm trying not to, and I'm actively managing my trades too. By the way, guys, we got quite a lot of views tonight, but I would like for you guys to take just a second to like the video. If you like the video, it's pretty much telling the the YouTube algorithm that, you know, watch this live, right? So it's basically telling YouTube that you guys like the video, and YouTube will tell all the other people on YouTube or whatever, however it works, that they're gonna get this as a suggested video or whatever. And the more people we get in here, the more I don't know, the more fun we can have, I guess. Did Waves find support at $3? Let's see. Waves USDT. God damn, this is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, we have you know, I've been checking out Link for quite some time here, and really sucks that we didn't get this setup in. because I did really like this setup, but it just shit happens. I'm used to a bear market, and in a bear market you don't get these kinds of moves. You get a breakout and a retest and then a strong move to the upside. Like it's time to really shift gears into bull market mode, right? And what I mean about bull market mode, it's really time for the risk on attitude, right? So it's time to be risky, right? You can risk a little bit more. Like it's obviously very, might be stupid of me to say this, but obviously you can't risk a lot of money if you're not actively managing your positions and actively managing your risk. So to go back to the question I had in the chat about how many positions I have open and what's the amount of money or what's the amount of percentage of my total trading capital I would lose if all those setups were to get stopped out, right? What I do is I very rarely enter a lot of position, and this is important, guys. This is very important. You should not be entering a lot of altcoins positions at the same time. Now, why shouldn't you be entering a lot of altcoin setups at one time? Well, let me try to explain this in the best possible way, right? So if you see 5 altcoins breaking out, right? You see 5 beautiful setups on 5 altcoins, right? And you decide to enter all of these 5 setups at the same time because the parameters lines up or whatever. So you enter 5 setups at a time, and Bitcoin makes a strong move, and you lose all the 5 setups. Now what that means is you will lose the combined amount of risk that you risked on those setups combined. So let's say that you risked 2% on each setup, because it's alt season, it's bull market, you should increase your risk. So if you currently only risked 1%, you might increase that risk now to 2%. If you previously risked 2%, you might increase that risk to 4%, right? So let's say you risked 2% on each setup. That means you're gonna lose 10% of your whole trading capital if all 5 get stopped out. 10% is way too much to lose on a Bitcoin dump. Way too much. You should never lose 10% of your trading capital because of basically making one trade. And you can really view all those 5 trades as one trade, right? Now, what if you instead exit 1 or 2 altcoins, right? And when one of them pumps, takes out take profit 1, you can secure that position. You can take some profits, you can move your stop loss up, and you can either cut your risk in half on that trade, or you can move your stop loss to entry for a free trade. That opens up the possibility to enter a new setup, right? Because if Bitcoin dumps, that secured position, you're not going to lose any money on that secured position. You will only lose money on the newly entered alt, right? So let's take a look at the setups that I have currently, the positions I'm in currently. I'm in SIL and BAT and Link and Algo and Tesos, right? Now, Tesos, Link, and Algo has stop loss in profit, right? The only ones that I have not been able to secure yet is SIL and BAT, and it's quite obvious why I haven't been able to secure those yet. Because of this, right? And BAT BTC is also trading below entry, right? So I don't really like, if I wanted to secure this one, I could put my stop loss below the RLC, below this wick right here. So I would remove like 33% of my risk. So I have 2 setups right now, and I've risked about I think 2% on each, which means that I will lose 4% of my trading capital if Bitcoin makes a strong move. Now 4% of your trading capital if Bitcoin makes a strong move, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Usually in a bear market I wouldn't be okay with that, but in a bull market I'm okay with that, because I know that this is the time that we've been waiting for. This is the time that we have been studying hard for, right? So I know that those 4% is nothing, right? It's nothing. We're gonna quickly gain that back, right? So how many, like I can probably enter one more setup with a 2% risk, or one more setup with a 1% risk. I might do that tonight if we see something interesting. But that's the simple answer to your question. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open positions right now, but only 2 of them are actually in danger of losing me money. So that's very important. I think hopefully that helps you out in that question. All right, so let's take a look at that, because we have someone in the chat who's very interested in BAT. Because I get this question every time, and I'm pretty sure he has a quite heavy bag on BAT. So I'm gonna save your day here, and I'm gonna tell you that BAT is looking okay. It's looking okay. It's not looking great, but it's looking okay. On the daily, it's not looking beautiful, but on the 4-hour, it's definitely looking better. We're bouncing inside the RLC. And guys, can you see any differences here or any similarities? This is BAT, this is SIL. See what happens here? RLC bouncing off the RLC of the fake out, or whatever you want to call it. BAT BTC. That BTC is also bouncing off the RLC of the move that gave us the fake out. So I think it's looking quite good. As long as we can hold the RLC, this is looking good. All right, so that's BAT and SIL. I'm not really gonna go into any details on levels on BAT and SIL because we are below entry. It's not really time for that right now. Let's take a look at ERD. Red? No, ERD. Alright, so Eldron. It's not the... I'm not talking about the range of control, I'm talking about the RLC, like in reload zone. And the RLC is... the RLC is the area between the 786 and the 618. I still have waves on the chart. I probably just forgot that I was starting the analysis. So you know what? We'll go back to waves. Sorry guys. This bull market is making me weird. Yeah, we'll take a look at gold. Because they have a very nice setup going for gold. You mean kills me as in you're laughing at my accent, or what? What do you mean? Like, you gotta explain yourself. Waves. There's not much to short here. I mean, we're seeing a unbelievable pump from waves, and yeah, I should probably get better at, like, I should probably get better at pronouncing RLC. I'm from Sweden. Oh, really? So RLC, is that better? RLC? Shorts. Shorts? God damn it. Said. RL said. But that's American though, right? Isn't it? I mean, RLC is more English, right? RL said. Nah, man. Dude, it's RLC. Like, my mentor has always said RLC, and he's American, so I'm pretty sure. Fuck it, I'm gonna pronounce it RLC. Whatever. RLC, ROC, RLC. Yeah, I know it does. Shards. Well, we're gonna look at the RLC on some shards. All right, so waves. Take a look at the waves. So we have a quite clear resistance up here, right? You can judge that by looking at the this level right here, right? So price came down and touched this level as support with a very strong wick showing some strong buy power, right? And he also had some very strong pump from this level here, this whole candle here, right? And after breaking down, you had a bearish retest, and this retest started this whole move down to the downside, right? So with that in mind, we can definitely say that 2,700. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. On the weekly, this is very clear. Very clear, right? It kind of looks like that's what we're. It kind of looks like we're testing that area right now, and but I do really think that this is the. But you can really judge by this wick right here. You probably have this whole area being resistance, right? Sure, it's a very big area, but this whole area is probably high time frame resistance, right? So it's most likely going to be very hard for waves to clear this whole zone right here. Now this is very big. It's almost 20%, right? But as you can see, waves, not wives, the waves is really trying to get through this level. And that's why I think we're going to get a retrace here. And if we get a retrace down, I think the 2K area is very interesting. Yeah, we're gonna look at the Atom BTC. So yeah, do not buy waves here. Do not buy waves here. RVN. I'm gonna have to be quicker. This is taking way too long to do the charts. Okay, so ERD, Elron. So obviously we have an uptrend here, right? Something like that. No, I don't have any official calls on this one. And I'm not really seeing anything on this one, honestly. But there might be. If we reclaim 200 sats, I'm definitely going to be interested in this one. And if we lose 170, we're most likely going much lower. Right, so let's take a look at SXP. Yeah, so you know, there's not really gonna be. By the way, guys, if you're not following the channel, the actual YouTube channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. God damn it. And because I'm not always gonna, you know, post on Twitter or Discord when I'm going live or when I'm uploading a video. So if you want to catch all my lives and all my videos, hit subscribe and bell if you want notifications. Yeah, you know, bottom or button or whatever, that's gonna be a word. I'm always gonna have a problem with that word. And now when you fuckers are gonna start talking about my action, I'm just gonna start getting all nervous. God damn it. Alright, so let's take a look at SXP here. So usually when you have a move like this, you want to see where did the breakup begin? Where is the bottom? Like where's the beginning of the up move? Thanks, yo. I like you. I really like you, yo. Alright. So on the daily, I guess this is the low down here. This is the low, I guess. I would like to take this low. Yeah, let's just use this low to that high. Now, do you see something here, right? This is very interesting. Now, the RL said is this area between the 786 and the 618 Fibonacci retracement level, right? The RLC. And it's confluent with this breakout area, right? So very, very good confluence. Now, if SXP is going to retrace, I'm looking at entries down here because it's just too good to ignore, right? But you should always view, like, all fib levels are not equal, but all fib levels are very important, right? And these are the fib levels I use to look for a potential bounce, right? So the 236, the 382, and the 5, and especially the 618, the golden ratio, right? 618, very important fib level. And if we get a bounce down in this area, I'm definitely going to be buying this. Now, that's going to mean coming down to test RLC, that's going to be an almost 50% retrace on SXP, which is probably not a good thing. I mean, with a dump like that, if we dump 50%, you really need to get a proper bounce before we buy. So I wouldn't be buying this one blindly. What I would do is I would zoom into the 4-hour or the hourly, and I would look for a, also check out this, right? This is the breakout candle. This is the breakout candle that started the whole move. The most immediate highs pre-breakout, which is these, haven't been retested yet, right? You had this retest right here, but it kind of got front ran. This could have been the retest, and it's a beautiful test of the 618, which obviously wasn't the 618 when this move happened, but that's what I'm thinking. That's definitely adding some value to the RLC here. So daily 21 EMA inside the RLC, 200 simple and EMA. There's not a lot of price data for this one, but we're most likely going to get a retrace. We're most likely going to get a retrace, and if that retrace is very big, the RLC is where you buy. Now, of course, this one could just pump way, way higher, and we would miss it, but the high probability trade is down at the RLC. All right, so that's SXP. Now let's take a look at RBN, good old Ravencoin. Like, this is crazy. Like, so Burb is posting a setup, and quickly after, I didn't even have time to get in on the trade, right? And this happens, right? Now, all right, okay, so all right, so let's you guys want to do a breakout trade? You want to FOMO and lose some money? Let's see if we can find a good FOMO setup here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna judge this this pump, this whole move, and we're gonna ask ourselves, like, do we have a pattern, right? And the patterns that I'm looking at or looking for is levels breaking and getting retested, right? So we have a level here, we have a level here, we have a level here, here, and here, right? So failed to retest this level, but we kind of front ran it here. Failed to retest this level, but got front ran here. Failed this level, but got front ran here. This level, however, had a near perfect retest. So it's likely that when you break a hourly resistance level like the one we're trading at right now, it's likely we will get a retrace back to the level or close to that level, right? Before going up to the next area above. Now, what's important to note here and what's very important to watch, because none of the breakout levels ever got retested, the lows pre-breakout or the swing lows on the hourly pre-breakout, I switched from RVM because they talked about the airdrop being confirmed, and just thought we had to look at the potential breakout trade, because now you have some FA catalysts that might take this to higher levels, right? And what I'm talking about is the last swing low pre-breakout is going to be this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So that's going to be our invalidation level, right? So if we do a FOMO trade on this one, our invalidation level is going to be down here. So how would that trade look? Well, it could look like this, right? Where would you want to take profits? Well, let's just do it very simply here. We're going to take 25% at 10% profit. And 25 at 20%, just because why not, right? $25% at each position is going to bring a around 3.5 to 4 hour trade. Now, this is definitely a bad trade, a FOMO trade. But if you really want to get in on SXP, it's important that you FOMO in an organized manner. You're not only gonna buy it because you want to buy it, you want to actually buy it if it makes sense. And we're trading above these highs right now. It's looking not too bad. And we're gonna go to the 15-minute, and you're kind of seeing, the whole idea here, right? Here's the level, breakout retest. Here's another level. We're gonna wait for the breakout retest, stop loss below that one. All right, so this is the trade we're looking at right now, and we are probably, because this could be the top, right? This could be the top, and the top would look something like this. Reaction, break this one, right? That's what the top looks like. And this also turns into a head and shoulder pattern, right? So we're not going to buy the beginning of the top. Basically, buying here could be buying the top. So we need to actually wait for the breakout. Now, let's see where this 1 hour candle closes, right? So we're going to watch this one very, very closely. I'm just putting an alert above right here. All right, so let's go back to RBN. We're going to take a look at RBN BTC. Let's go RBN BTC. Let's remove everything. So these levels that I have here are levels that I drawn, you know, quite a long time ago. But I still think this level in particular is very interesting as high time frame resistance. If we're gonna see a pump from RBN, a real pump here, and what I mean by real pump is a pump that's gonna take you above the 200 simple and the 200 EMA, which is this white line and the purple line, right? All right, so someone in the Nest Club talked about ICX breaking out, so we have to take a look at that one. This is a level that, I'm sorry if I'm jumping, you know, back and forth between the chart, but it's this is something that I've been watching, right? And yeah, we have a possible setup going on here. Now it's very clear what's going on here, right? I need to move this to my other screen. So I can view multiple charts at a time. Alright, so we're gonna be watching SXP and ICX for a possible trade on the right monitor while I'm checking RBN here. So crazy pump today. Got reacted by the 200 simple and the 200 EMA. And we're seeing price coming down again. And what I'm going to do here, I'm just gonna slap on the RLC of this daily candle, because I'm pretty sure this is the low of the pump. Yeah, I think this is a good level for an entry. Now I think with this price action, I think I have time to go back and take a look at Icon. I don't want to miss anything, right? This is ICX BTC. So Icon versus USDT looks very, very good, right? So I want to see if you can find any setups on ICX BTC. So if ICX BTC and ICX USDT have similar setups, and if they're both looking very good, we have a trade, right? Now ICX BTC is not looking as good, right? We have the daily 21 EMA about to cross the 55 to the EMA to the upside. You see what happened last time, right? Last time that happened, you had a nice 4% move, right? And you never retested the bull cross here, but you came from above and broke above right when they crossed, right? This is a bit different. You have been trading above for quite some time. I like the fact that you have a daily W right here. You broke the daily W with the neckline, the resistance of that W being confluent with the 200 simple. So I'm I'm viewing multiple charts at a time now, so that explains why I kind of interrupts the analysis, because there's just so much going on right now. All right, so Ethereum, yeah, we'll take a look at Ethereum too. All right, so ICX BTC is coming down. Now, where do we want to join in on this uptrend? So daily RLC is probably down here. Now let's see if that's actually, well, the 4-hour RLC should be up here. And that makes sense. I really do like this. We have a trade here. Yeah, let's buy this one. Clear that invalidation level. SXP haven't broken the highs yet, so there's no trade on that one. Now, if you guys have any setups or any charts that you're seeing right now and you're feeling like, well, like if you're watching anything or if you're on Twitter and you're seeing something, somebody posting something nice that you think might be a good setup, write it in the chat and I will take a look at it, because it's likely that it's actually a good setup and we might post something in the Nest Club or in the Burb Nest for you guys if we find something together here tonight. But this one I like. Now ICX, how much would it have to retrace? Well, so NWC we have on the list. Gas BTC we will take a look at. Gas, that's Neo Gas, right? And because if gas is looking nice, we should take a look at Neo too. RBN is coming down now to a very nice level, so we're gonna watch that one shortly. The buy zone on this one, where do we want to buy? Well, we want to buy definitely. Buy area should definitely be something like this, right? This high. Where do we want to have the low? So we have a setup for CRX, right? There's so many setups I almost forget about them. Yeah, I'll see. RSR. Honestly, CRX, 0x. Nice uptrend on the 4 hour, but needs to take out 4,200. Looking good, but I would not be buying exactly here, right? Which one were I looking at? ICX. Obviously, the problem with this one is it needs to retrace like 10% from current prices to come down and test the wet. Yeah, like not wet, vet. WeChain. I really like WeChain. ICX. We're gonna look at the daily. Do we have any other levels that's interesting? Well, yeah, we do have these levels right here, but Acro BTC looks like a retest is happening right now. Well, that sounds like something we should be looking at right now. Is this trading on any other? I need more. Well, we have a lot of price action data, so no, there's no. Nah, I don't like this. It's surely interesting, but we need to get above this whole area above here. This high right here, we need to reclaim this high. Official call on RBN. Let's take a look at it. I know. All right, so let's take a look at the actual call here. 208. Where is 208? Well, it's right in the RLC. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a good buy. Stop loss 191. Yeah, absolutely. This is good. Looks good. Honestly, I would probably buy this one down here. I think I like it. TP2? No, I don't think. Well, honestly, I don't know, man. From current prices, not sure, but I know that the retest of this area is definitely interesting for a retest of this area. So I'm watching it closely. All right. ICX. I might have to post this as a trade setup, because there's really no way of knowing if this one is going to continue higher or retrace here. But it kind of, I mean, it's really high time frame area right here. So I'm gonna post this as a reminder and for people to watch closely, because I really like the retest of this area right here. Something like this, right? And this is Altseason, right? So our take profit area should be way higher, probably up here somewhere. Should take some profits up here. Like that. So I'm just gonna all right, looking good. So is anyone in KMD? This is a beautiful move from KMD. Beautiful. Very strong up move on the 4 hour. If you are not in KMD right now, here's a setup for you. By the retest of these previous highs, buy zone would be this level right here. Stop loss below that low. Take profit would be, well, I think it's gonna pump up to these highs around this level. So if you're not in Komodo, we have a call on Komodo. Buy the retest of this level. Wait for the 4 hour close above this level and then buy the rounded retest with a stop loss below 644. Take profits around 900, between 900 and 950 for a good 40% move. So I'm just gonna post this somewhere, probably Did post this in the Nest Club. Alright, so ICX. I'm just posting these in the Nest Club. Alright, so what's going on with Ravencoin? It's retracing, but haven't retraced down to the breakout level right now. Alright. So I'm gonna be probably ending the stream in about 20 minutes, something like that. So if you have any last, well, I do have a long fucking list of altcoins here I need to take a look at because we have. Oh yeah, I will. Sorry about that. So that's actually feedback I got. Have been getting a lot because the. But I mean the stream should be like high quality, so you should be able to see the numbers. But I do understand if it's too small. So which numbers or prices are you looking for exactly on which setup? I'm actually not in KMD, so I'm gonna go over to 3 commas and actually enter some orders for KMD right here because I do think KMD looks very good. Can I margin trade KMD? Please tell me I can. And I can't. So I really like to have my alts on Binance Margin. RBN is on there. To not be as exposed, but it's alright now because I don't really have a problem with being overexposed to Bitcoin right now because I mean it's looking quite good. So I'd be okay with that. Let's see, I'm gonna enter some orders for this setup right here. The entry zone on KMD for this setup, not the official call. The official call have an entry way lower. And you should be in that one. If you're not, this one is okay. Now the entry zone should be between 680 and 600, 700. Let's just say 700. Like that. Should probably 701. Guess you should never put your entries at even numbers in case you get front ran, right? Right, so that's good. Alright, so I'll just put in some orders for this one, KMD. What's the loss on this one? 7. Alright. Now we need to calculate the position, so I have a stop loss of about 7%, and I'm going to risk, how much am I going to risk on this one? 2%. Like I explained to you guys earlier in the stream, I had two right, so Alright, guys, just give me a quick... Alright, I'm back. So, KMD. Gotta put in some orders. And also notice that the price is actually trading above the 200 EMA. 200 simple. 55 EMA and 21 EMA. So looking very good. You might as well market buy this one. Like, not good practice, of course, but if you manage your risk properly, like, maybe. So I'm just gonna have to calculate. I think it's better for me to just say the, the exact numbers. But yeah, the entry should be around 700 to down to 680. But price is currently trading at 707, so could market buy like 25% of your position and have the rest 75% layered below. But I'm really liking this. But it's important to remember too that you're pretty much buying resistance, right? Because we are at high time frame resistance. So I'm gonna risk 2%. 2%. I'm gonna risk 2% on this setup. So let's see, how much is that? All right, so that's all right. So Firefox is lagging, and again. I could refresh everything. Just give me a minute. Alright, so let's see what happens here. God damn it, I was just about to put in the orders and everything just crashed. I need a new PC. I think this is just too old. Alright, should be back. Only 1 hour, we're getting a retest here. Go to 3 commas. Exactly, I risk 2% of my portfolio, which means that if this setup gets stopped out, I will lose 2% of my trading capital, right? Exactly. If you're trading 100k, you risk 2%. That means you're risking 2,000, right? I need to log into 3 commas again and actually do this. I know this is super important to watch, but I have to, when you see something, you have to take the setup, right? All right. Now we're gonna set some take profits level here. So I've actually used a 2%. So the idea I'm using here on KMD is a 2% trailing buy on 3 commas, which with that strategy, I can't put my take profits at exact levels. I can only put it at certain percentage. So we're gonna use the current price, and I want to take first take profits should definitely be at, let's put it at 10%, and that's gonna be 25% of my take profit. Now, you know what? I think it's better to use, first one is gonna be only, no, 10% for 25% should be good. Second take profit should be 15 and 20. So 15, 20, and the last take profit should be 30. And I have a trailing take profit on the last take profit for 5%. Stop loss on this one is going to be, well, it should be below this swing low right here, which is the low of this one is 645, 645. So we're going to put it at 643, which should be a loss of, from current prices, let's see, a 2% loss, be down here. So around 7%, that makes sense. And now when I have the percentage of the stop loss, I can calculate my position size. And yeah, let's go. Create trade. All right, so that's KMD. Let's see if we get a nice little retest here. We have a could just be a fake out on the 4-hour too. So very risky trade. I'm only risking 2%. Hopefully this one goes as planned. Or Bitcoin is just gonna be, you know, shitting its bed and you know, taking out all the altcoin gains. Now the what's dangerous here is I'm now in 3 risky position, or basically I'm risking losing 3 positions now. I can only enter 1 more altcoin position if these stays below, right? Below entry. As with stop loss, only risking $20, not important enough, so I let it go longer. Yeah, that's like, I do understand, Mark, that losing, like risking that small of a amount is not a lot of money, but you have to understand that even if you're trading with $1,000 or 100,000, trading is going to be exactly the same, right? The only difference in trading a small account versus a large account, and this is something I did when I was trading a small like when I started trading and I was trading a small account, I with time, I started to understand which of my setups were really good, and the ones that had the highest win rates and the ones with the highest probability, I upped my risk significantly, even to like 10%, which is today, if I were to risk 10% of my trading capital, I would definitely not be able to sleep if that position were underwater. That would mean I would probably lose way too much money, right? But in the beginning, when I started trading and I had a small account, it made sense to risk 10%, because otherwise you would never grow that account to a big account. Because 1% or 2% on a $1,000 account is not going to be a lot of money, even after like 1 or 2 years of successful trading. But with a couple of winners with a 10% risk, it's going to be way easier to turn that small account into big account. And guys, like, remember that if you have a successful strategy and you really know how to trade, if you can prove your win streak and you can really prove your ability as a trader, it's you can actually get funded, right? I'm gonna talk about that in another webinar or another live, but you can actually get funded, right? So you can get access to a lot of money if you can prove to investors that you know how to trade, right? If you have a proven track record. Yeah, so before you start risking, right? So if you have like if you have a big account, let's say 100k, right? Obviously that's not a super big account, but it's a account that you can definitely make money on, right? So if you don't have a proven strategy and you don't have like if you're not consistently winning, obviously you should not be risking 1%. You can risk like 0.25%. But you're going to be consistent, right? It's very important to be consistent in your risk per trade, right? Because let's say that you're going to take 4 trades, right? And you're risking 0.25% on each trade, and all 4 are winners, and your average R on those 4 trades is 2, which means that you made 1% gain on your account on 4 winners. So the 5th trade, you're thinking, well, if I can risk 1% on this trade because my last 4 were winners, you risk 1% on the 5th trade, and that 5th trade is going to be a loser, and you lose that 1%. You now have a win rate of 75. You have 5 trades, and you have a win rate of about 75, right? But you're still down on your account because you're not consistently risking the same amount, right? So you need to slowly up the risk if you're feeling like you're becoming more and more consistent, right? All right, so let's quickly go through the list here again. Sorry, I just have to take a look at ICX quick. I like this. Good, decent break in market structure. Nice breakout here. Retested the breakout level here. This is the retest, right? You have these highs forming a nice support here. Now you have this area right here. So I would look for a potential long inside this area, and that area is 323 to 346 sats for ARPA. If you see a bounce in this area, you might be able to get in on a long here. Very nice uptrend. Yeah, I do understand that the FOMO is real right now in the altcoin markets, because I know a lot of people are making a lot of money, but I know also some people are actually losing money right now, because trading is not easy. But trading is way more easier in a bull market than a bear market. But you can also lose a lot of money in a bull market, and the easiest way to lose money in a bull market is by FOMOing in on pumps without realizing that you're buying high time frame resistance and a top for that coin, right? So you gotta be patient. You gotta follow the rules that you did in the bear market, but you can use, maybe instead of using, like I explained in the beginning, maybe you can use 1 hour candles as confirmation instead of 4 hour candles. It's likely that we are going to test this area. Absolutely best case scenario would be this move. For RVN. All right, so it's ARPA. Take a look at Atom BTC. Yeah, this level looks good for a retest, which is the 5k area. So look for a potential retest of the 5k area, which has already happened. So look for a retest of the 5,100 and let's say the 5,200 area. So a move like this, I would definitely be interested in buying, right? The Atom is above high time frame resistance right now, and a retest of that level would definitely be interesting. Take a look at Ethereum USDT. Looks like it wants to break out. Looks ready for a breakout here. And I'm not saying buy Ethereum. I'm saying buy Ethereum if it breaks out. If it breaks 420 or 410, 420 to the upside, definitely buy Ethereum. If that happens though, it is probably going to happen because Bitcoin breaks out. And if Bitcoin breaks out, alts are going to suffer. So Ethereum versus BTC, not sure if that's going to perform as well here. But so we looked at this setup yesterday, and this setup is still valid, right? Because you want to see a breakout and around the retest of this area right here. That would most likely happen if Ethereum breaks out. So that's Ethereum BTC. We have a potential trend reversal right now, but it's looking strong. Actually, it's looking very strong. Gas BTC. No, not interesting. Neo BTC. This one, however, is looking very, very interesting. Neo BTC and Neo versus USDT probably breaking out too. And yeah, we're breaking out here. It's looking very good. 4 hour. We might have a trade here, and this is also a bounce inside the RLC. So this is looking great. Looking good. We got a potential W here on the 4 hour. I'm gonna look at this one closer for a possible trade. Reserve rights RSR is approaching high time frame resistance here. Break this area and we are probably gonna get a fat move to the upside. Looking very good. Break this area to the upside and I'm interested in buying this one. We have VeChain. Would love to get in on a retest of the RLC here because it kind of looks like it wants to go lower. And yeah, check out that RLC. It's in a very good area. I like that. Yeah. Possible buy scenario for VeChain around 155 to 160. All right, guys. I'm done for tonight. I would like to thank you all for joining. I really do appreciate all you guys coming in here, joining, and well, what do you know? Is this the retest? Is this the retest? Let's hope this is the retest. All right. So yeah. Thanks for joining, everyone. My plan with these types of live on YouTube, I want to do 2 lives every week, and I want to enter at least one setup on every live. If it's a shitty setup, I'm just gonna risk a very small amount, but that's the plan. Like, I want to give you guys one setup on every live. Today it was KMD. Also, we had an interesting setup on ICX. Also, what's the tool you are using here? I'm not sure which tool you are you're referring to, but this is the Fibonacci tool, probably this one. All right, thanks guys. See you guys in Bird Nest. Take care, everyone, and see you guys next time. I will show you everything in my next live, like how to draw the RLC and everything like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks for joining. Take care. Don't forget to press that subscribe button if you want to join my next lives. Take care, guys. See ya.